She has founded a company called Contentools back in 2015, moved her entire team of 30 to Brazil, where again, just a lot of efficiencies there. The average salary is somewhere around $3,000 per month, but they're killing it in terms of customers. They have over 700 paying customers, paying on average $100 per month. So they do about 70 grand per month right now, growing rapidly month over month. They just had their first month, which would have been April of 2017, which was net negative churn. In terms of gross churn, they're at about 2 or 3%. CAC, they're not spending any money on paid acquisition except 2 content folks. So call it 6-7 grand per month there. But again, growing by 20 or 30 new customers per month down there in Brazil. This is episode 717. Coming up tomorrow morning, you'll learn from Ran Korbor. Air pollution is deadly, but here's how this Israeli entrepreneur is totally cashing in. But first, here's today's episode.
This is The Top, where I interview entrepreneurs who are number 1 or number 2 in their industry in terms of revenue or customer base. You'll learn how much revenue they're making, what their marketing funnel looks like, and how many customers they have.
I'm now at $20,000 per talk.
5 and 6 million.
He is hell-bent on global domination.
We just broke our 100,000 unit sold mark.
And I'm your host, Nathan Latka. Hello, everybody. My guest today is Emília. She is the CEO of a company called Contentools.com, a platform that helps over 700 companies plan, create, distribute, and analyze content. As a content manager for over 8 years, she has led video, book, and web-based strategies at both enterprises and SMBs. She's a 500 startups entrepreneur and part of the Endeavor Promises program. Emília, are you ready to take us to the top?
Yes. Thank you so much, Nathan. Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you for coming. And you're absolutely glowing right now because you're in a beautiful location. Tell us where you are.
I'm in Florianópolis, Brazil. It's a small island down south. It's well known for its tech and tech businesses. It's a great environment here. It's a great place to be if you're a startup owner, if you're a founder. Floripa is for sure one of the best cost-effective places on earth.
What's your average salary?
It's around $3,000. It's really monthly, of course. It's really low, really. I mean, you can live well here. We have more than 40 beaches surrounding us. And
it's amazing.
Yeah, and it has a great structure too. It's not that good because we have to go to San Francisco often, and the flights there are around 20 hours. So not
20?
Yeah, between airports and yeah.
How many team members do you have right now?
We have 30 people.
30 people. So, I mean, if I take 30 people to an average call of $3,000 per month, right, you're spending what, about $90,000 or $100,000 per month in salaries?
A little bit less than that. It's not everyone earns $3,000. Some people are a little bit less. Some people are a little bit more than that. So we are around $65,000, $70,000.
Okay. And tell me about the tool. What does it do and how do you make money? What's your business model?
Sure. Contentools is a software as a service model, so we charge for subscriptions. We offer a content marketing platform all-in-one for content managers, for companies that have smart teams, growing teams in marketing. So if you have 3, 4, 5 people in your marketing team, you're growing as a business, you need content, right? Content's the beginning of marketing.
Yep.
But working with content is not that easy. You have a lot of issues, a lot of tools, different processes going through your approval processes, and then publishing is also a headache. So we merge everything into one single software, and it's very easy to use.
And what does the average customer pay you per month?
Around $100, $300. It really depends on the plan they're in.
Okay.
We have companies paying 100, companies paying 1,000. It's really it accommodates what a business needs. So we have features from strategy to creation. You can create content within Contentools as well, and distributing and analyzing. And
so is this like, can we relate this to like Buffer or Hootsuite, or if not, how's it different?
We do that too, but we also do the workflow. So that's different.
I see, like the project planning.
Exactly. So we merge everything in it. You don't need a Google Docs or a distributing tool. You have everything within one single software, and that's different.
And what? How many customers do you have paying you today?
We have around 300 customers, 700 companies using Contentools, and many of them through their agencies.
Okay, so 700 are using, but 300 are paying?
No, all of them pay, but some of them pay through their agencies. So
you have 700 customers then?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Can I do the math then? If I take 700 times, you said between like 100 and 300-ish per month. Let's just do in the middle, 150. Are you in about 100 grand per month, 105 grand per month?
We're going there. We have a lot of people paying for the smaller parts of the smaller features, like social features are a little bit less costly. Yep. So we are around $70K per month.
Okay. Got it. And you mentioned earlier that your headcount expenses were around the same amount. So I imagine you've raised capital in order to stay in business, right? To cover your cash burn?
Yeah, we raised an angel round. We're growing to raise a seed round next year.
Got it. And so how much have you raised to date?
$500K.
$500K. Very good. And walk me through kind of where your brain was at when you were launching this. So what year did you launch the company in?
We launched 2015, right after we had gone through 500 startups. So I'm a content manager for around 8 years, as you mentioned, and working with startups and working with enterprises. I've always seen the same kinds of problems when you deal with content. It can be really messy for the content manager. He has to poke so many shoulders to, okay, what is the status of your content? And it's very messy for the content manager, and we wanted to make it easier, right? So we created Contentools and launched it around July 2015. We went beta, and then in January 2016, we moved from beta, and we've been growing since.
If somebody offered you $1.5 million to buy the whole company right now, would you sell it? About two times your
I'm not sure. We have a big dream for Contentools. We see this market opportunity right now for growing businesses. Contentools is much similar to Percolate, Newspread, Contently, which are great tools for enterprise companies, but no one is offering a solution for mid-sized businesses, for startups, for growing businesses, and all of them really need a content marketing solution right now because, as I mentioned to you, content is the beginning of marketing. Everyone is doing content, but everyone is having trouble doing content. We want to make it easier for the content manager.
What is, I mean, you've raised a little bit of capital, and I don't know if you have co-founders or not, but how much of the company do you still own?
Personally, all the founders together own 80% of the company.
Okay, and how many of you are there?
4 founders.
Did you just split it evenly, 20-20, 20-20?
Around that, yeah.
So
it's a little bit different because we have different parts in the company, so it's not exactly the same amount, but it's close to that.
Yeah. So I like asking the acquisition question because everyone will always answer, well, I have a big vision, and that's because that's what you're supposed to answer. And people do believe that. Like, you're in the moment, you are in the office, you are building, like you're in it. But like if you sold it for 1.5, something like that, that'd be like basically a $300,000, $400,000 check to you. What would you then go reinvest that money in? What would you go build? Like, do you have another big idea percolating?
Not right now. All my ideas are focused on Contentools, on creating the best and most special product for content managers, and I see so much we can still do. We want to create more business intelligence features. We want to help content managers compare and create not more content, but better content, content more targeted to the needs of their customers. And then also on the artificial intelligence side, we also are gathering a lot of data right now to help content managers do less of the operational side for content and more of the strategic one. So all my ideas are focusing on that, on how can I make people click like once and the machine will know when to publish and where to publish, and they only need to track data and only need to track the customer side of their content.
But again, you get a $1.5 million offer, you would not sell it.
No,
I may be trying to buy your company live on the show. That maybe that's what's happening. Who knows?
Yeah, We can negotiate, of course, but I think we can do more than 1.5 right now because we also have like our product is so tight and good right now, and we also are growing 10 to 20% month over month
in terms of revenue.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is your
our main KPI is monthly recurring revenue? Yeah.
What's your churn?
Last month we have for the first time negative churn. So that's very exciting for us. Our churn was never that big, around 2%, 3%. So not that big, but last month we had more upselling than churn, and that was a really great moment for us.
What was so you're talking about net churn, which you said was negative, churn, right? Which you just described. What is your gross churn, right? So is it 5% per month, 7%, 2%?
No, it's less. We have around 3%.
Okay, so 3% gross churn, which means 3% of your users or your revenue is leaving, but you upsold more than 3% last month, which is how you got to negative revenue churn. Is that right?
Yes, exactly.
And give us that blueprint. How are you driving upsell revenue? What are you upselling?
We're upselling especially numbers of users and projects.
Yep.
So agencies will upsell on the number of projects. That means they are growing. They are acquiring more customers, and they need more Contentools to manage all the content they create for their customers. And for our customers, that means they are growing their companies, so they need more content as well. They need more integrations with their blogs and social media, and we charge for that when they grow integrations for publishing, and also when they grow on users, so when they grow their teams.
And what is how are you acquiring customers? What's your CAC?
Yeah, we acquire our main channel, of course, is content. Yep. So we use a lot of inbound marketing. Content marketing is our main channel. We do a little bit of outbound emails, but that represents about 30% of our incoming users. Most of them come through our content, and we do create a lot of blog posts and
how many people work at the company where all they do is content marketing?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
How many people do you have at the company where they only are focused on content marketing or inbound marketing?
We have 4 people in our growth team. So focusing on content, 2 of them are full time. Okay. But we do have a lot of remote people working with us as well. And Contentools also helps us with that because we have everyone on the same platform, people from outside the company and inside the company, and they all are in the workflow. So it really works working freelancers if you are working with a tool like Contentools.
And what is so are you doing any on paid acquisition or no?
No, we don't. Okay. It's something that we are actually always trying to how can I put it? We have done before, but nothing tops customer acquisition cost as content. Yeah. So content is always cheaper. So we always end up reinvesting in content. It's crazy.
I mean, if you do the math, so we talked about average salaries earlier, and maybe these people are higher or low. We won't talk about specific people, but assume 3K, right? Then you said 2 people. That's about $6,000 per month, right? On those people creating the content. About how many new customers are you adding per month?
Around 20 to 30 customers.
Yeah, 20 to 30 guys. So what is that? If I'm doing the math correctly, that's like 50 or 500 or something like that to get a new customer. Yeah. It makes good sense.
Super cheap.
Super cheap. Yeah. You said you did a seed round of funding, you did 500K. When was that?
Last year we had an angel round.
What month though?
I think it's 1 year now, in May. Actually.
So you're in the middle of raising another round right now, or you're being acquired. Which one is it?
No, we are actually updating a lot of leads for round next year.
How much do you want to raise, you think?
Around $2 million, $1.5 million, $2 million.
And what valuation are you going to try and negotiate for or push for?
We still have to think about it. It's something we won't be like much I mean, we won't be out of the market. I think around 5 to 7. It's around that. It's the average.
5 to 7 million or 5 to 7x ARR. 5 to 7 million.
No,
yeah. 5 to 7 million pre-money, raise $1 million or $2 million and do, you know, 8 or 9 million posts, something like that.
Yeah, that's the average.
Very interesting. Very interesting. Well, we should certainly stay in touch. I don't usually do these on the shows, but selfishly, I'm definitely interested in it. And I'm always looking for companies to put money behind. And then you get free promotion on the show, right? So it works out.
Yeah, sure.
Very good, Emília.
Thanks so much.
Of course, yeah. Hey, let's wrap up.
And to organize all your podcasts, I mean, that's crazy. You do a lot of content.
I do a ton of content. And in fact, it's something right now that I'm having a lot of trouble scaling because my whole team is remote. I have about 20 to 30 remote team members. None of them are full-time.
And how do you do it? Spreadsheets? Emails?
It's a lot of Google Drive. So I have very organized Google Drive folders with process docs in those folders. So we'll upload all the videos or the Instagram pictures or the Facebook pictures and process it that way. So it works, but it could be significantly more efficient.
Yeah, it's time costing because if you just forget updating one status, it's all gone.
She's selling me. Can you feel it?
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I do that.
That's your job. Many of you know I am buying companies that I really, really like, and there's no quicker way for me to get to the bottom of what is happening on that website than using this tool called nathanlatka.com/hotjar, HOTJAR. It basically will give me a recording. Okay, when anybody lands on the website, it'll give me a recording of where the viewer is scrolling, and obviously does the basic stuff like heat maps too, but I learned so much about where the users are scrolling and clicking on my site using that tool. It helps me increase conversion rates, make more money, and grow those businesses faster, and we'll have to see what happens with those businesses, but I'm buying them very quick, and I'm using nathanlatka.com/hotjar for all of my website analytics. You can too. I work with them. It's totally free. You can go to nathanlatka.com/hotjar. No credit card required. Again, use it as much as you want. nathanlatka.com/hotjar. I'll see you there. All right, Emília, let's wrap up here with the famous 5. Number 1, what's your favorite business book?
Oh, I think Hooked. It's one that I'm reading right now. It's really good.
It's by Mir.
But I really do hard things about hard things. I really do love it.
Yep. Number 2, is there a CEO you're following or studying right now?
Let me see. No, I study a lot of CEOs. I can point out one. No, it would be.
Is there any CEO that's in software in Brazil that you look up to?
In software in Brazil, that's an interesting question. I actually follow a lot of them. They are very, very interesting. There is one company here in the same market that we are. They're called Resultados Digitais. RD Station is a competitor of HubSpot here. We are partners. They are.
What was the name of the company again?
RD Station is the software. They have a great founding team. They are competitors of HubSpot. HubSpot is a partner of Contentools and a customer. They are too. So these two companies are companies that we are always following, and
you'll have to link me to that name so I can link to it in the show notes. And guys, I'll link to that at nathanlatka.com/the-top717. Emília, number 3, is there, besides your own, is there a favorite online tool you have, like Acuity Scheduling?
I really like the guys from ChartMogul and ProfitWell. They help you to organize all your KPIs dashboard. Both of them are good.
Yeah. Number 4, how many hours of sleep do you get every night?
I have to tell you, I have a 7-month-old baby.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So I stopped counting that 7 months ago. But I guess 4 or 5, maybe. It was a good night.
That's incredible. And what's your current situation? Married, single? Do you have kids? Or obviously you have one, just the one?
I have one, just that one.
Okay. So married.
She's a girl, a great baby. She's really participative. She comes here to work with me since she was 3 weeks old.
That's amazing.
So I cannot complain.
So married with a kiddo. And Emília, do you mind me asking how old you are?
I'm 33.
So last question, take us back 13 years. What do you wish your 20-year-old self knew?
How great this life was. I wish I had started before.
There you guys have it from Emília. She wishes she would have started entrepreneurship earlier on. She has founded a company called Contentools back in 2015, moved her entire team of 30 to Brazil, where again, just a lot of efficiencies there. The average salary is somewhere around $3,000 per month, but they're killing it in terms of customers. They have over 700 paying customers, paying on average $100 per month. So they do about $70,000 per month right now, growing rapidly month over month. They just had their first month, which would have been April of 2017, which was negative churn. In terms of gross churn, they're at about 2 or 3%. CAC, they're not spending any money on paid acquisition except 2 content folks, so call it $6-7 per month there. But again, growing by 20 or 30 new customers per month down there in Brazil. Emília, thank you for taking us to the top.
Thank you too.
If you enjoyed today's episode with Emília, go back and listen to Stu yesterday. Vladimir Putin is making him filthy rich, 50 million per year rich.